Good morning all. In our today's session, we are going to deal with LC oscillations mathematical expressions. In our earlier session, we have discussed about how LC oscillations produced theoretically. Now we have to give mathematical treatment for those things. Now what we have to do is we have to derive an expression for when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of negligible resistance. What is the discharge and current is that in an oscillatory mode or simple harmonic mode that we should show in this derivation. I'll write the heading now. Show that when a capacitor is connected to a inductor. Show that when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of negligible resistance, we have to show that when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of negligible resistance, the discharge and current are oscillatory or SHM. This SHM means that is simple harmonic motion. We have to show that both discharge and current are oscillatory and SHM in this derivation. For that, what we have to do is we have to consider a circuit diagram consisting of a capacitor and an resistor. In our yesterday class, we have seen that how to write the capacitor connected across to an inductor. Right now we are going to do that. I'm going to rub this one, then only I'll get more space to derive the expressions. Please make a note of this. Show that when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of negligible resistance, the discharge and current are oscillatory or simple harmonic. There is no need of writing this motion. There is only needed is simple harmonic, or you can write SHM, simple harmonic motion. That is also well enough. Now what we are doing is the mathematical representation for the LC oscillations. In our yesterday class we have discussed about LC oscillations, how they are going to produce. For that only we are doing mathematical treatment. For that, initially I am going to consider a capacitor has maximum charge. First, what we have to do is we have to consider a capacitor consisting of maximum charge resides inside the capacitor. Initially, the capacitor should contain the maximum charges before discharging to an inductor. Until if we connect a discharge, there is no discharging of a capacitor. The whole charge will reside inside a capacitor. Now, if we connect an inductor across this capacitor, then what will happen? The charge starts to discharge from this capacitor. This is capacitor. This has a maximum charge अथवा peak charge. We can call this as peak charge, peak or maximum, when before connecting an inductor to the inductor across a capacitor. The maximum charge resides inside a capacitor. Once the inductor connected across an capacitor, then the charge starts to flow. The charges starts to move from a capacitor to the inductor. This will give rise to a set of EMF inside a inductor. There will be EMF induced in an inductor due to the flow of charge from a capacitor. There is the presence of EMF once the charges starts to discharge from capacitor and flows through an inductor. Then what is the potential difference across this? Then what is the EMF set here? What is the current flowing through the circuit? That things we should know first. Initially what I am going to do is, first we have to consider what is the current flowing through the circuit once the charges discharge through an inductor. Once the current discharges through an inductor, the current flowing is I is equal to dq divided by dt. This is the expression for instantaneous current. I is equal to dq divided by dt. This is once when the charges starts to flow from capacitor to an inductor. But here is the charges decreasing means the current increasing. Inside a capacitor, the charges are going to decrease. That means the current is increasing in this circuit. The charges are going to decrease means the current is increasing in this particular case. Therefore, I am going to write a negative symbol here. This means the charge is decreasing and current is increasing. Next, this is the expression for current once the charges decreases from the capacitor and the current is going to increase. Then what is the expression for induced EMF? Induced EMF set in an inductor at any instant of time. What is the induced EMF sets in an inductor at any instant of time? The expression for EMF of an inductor is nothing but minus L into di divided by dt. The expression for EMF sets in an inductor once the charge starts to flow, then the current gives rise I is equal to dq divided by dt. After that, the EMF built inside a inductor is nothing but E is equal to minus L di divided by dt. Next, what is the voltage across this capacitor? What is the value of potential difference across an capacitor? The expression for voltage across capacitor is nothing but V is equal to Q divided by C. Let us assume this as equation 1 and this as equation 2 and this as equation 3. In our earlier sessions we have gone through all these equations. We know what is V. V is potential difference sets across a capacitor, that is V is equal to Q divided by C. This is EMF of an induced inductor, that is E is equal to minus L into di divided by dt. This one we also know that. And I is equal to dq divided by dt. Earlier we used to write I is equal to dq divided by dt. But here we have put minus symbol here. That is because of here only we are getting current because of decreasing in charge. Once the charges start to decrease, then only the presence of current. That's why we have shown a negative sign here. After that, what I am going to do is, I am going to substitute the values of Q here, or I am going to change these two expressions, that is E is equal to L into di divided by dt. But we know the expressions for I. If we substitute the values of I in equation 2, what we will get? We will get differentiate twice. We have to differentiate a term twice. We can see that later. But right now, we have to consider let us consider Kirchhoff's loop law. What Kirchhoff's loop law says? It says that the sum of current and resistance products is equal to the sum of EMF in a loop. The sum of current and resistance products is equal to the sum of EMFs in a circuit or in a loop. This is Kirchhoff's loop law. For that, what we have to consider is sum of current and resistance. Here I is the value of current, that is I into R. This is resistance of the whole circuit. But in this circuit, but in the case of pure inductor and a capacitor, the resistance value is equal to 0. In our heading only we have considered that when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of a negligible resistance. Negligible resistance means that is nil resistance. Nil resistance means we can consider this resistance as 0. That is equal to the sum of current and resistance products, because here we have only one type of current and one type of resistance. If we have different types of current, then we have to write that as plus like this. But here we have only this case, and that is equal to sum of EMFs. Which kind of EMF we have here? One sets in an inductor, one sets across a capacitor. That is, here we have EMF, that is E plus V. These are the EMF set across an inductor and a capacitor. Now here what we have got is 0 is equal to E. What is the expression for E? That is minus L di divided by dt. The expression for EMF induced in an inductor. What is the expression for voltage? That is Q divided by C. We have substitute the values of EMF and voltage in this case, or we can consider this as equation 4. We can write that as substitute the values of equation 2 and equation 3 in equation 4. You can write like that also. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to consider this equation as L into di divided by dt plus Q divided by C is equal to 0. I am just alternating those two steps. But here we have a problem, that is minus sign. Here we have minus sign. Why we have minus sign here? We have to take out this minus sign, because in a simple harmonic motion expression the negative sign won't exist. That's why what we have to do is we have to let us assume this as equation 4. Substitute the value of equation 1 in equation 4. Only if we have to substitute the value of I as minus dq by divided by dt here, then what we will get, that is 0 is equal to minus L into d by dt of what is the value of I here, that is the value of I is equal to minus d by dt of q. This is the expression for current. Minus L d divided by dt into minus dq divided by dt. Here we have the expression. Now we have to keep the value of q divided by c as it is. Now what we will get? We have to again differentiate these terms. Then we will get, this is minus, here also we have minus, minus into minus will become plus, plus L. This is d square divided by dt square of q. The whole expression will become d by dt and d by dt. D by dt it is equal to d square divided by dt square of q. This is minus into minus plus L we have there, and we have to write that as it is. That is equal to q divided by c is equal to 0. And what we have to do is we have to divide a whole equation by L. If we divide this whole equation by L, what we will get? Then 0 divided by L is 0 only. I'll write that on the right side of the equation. 0 divided by L is equal to 0 only. L divided by L cancels, and the only remaining thing is d square q divided by dt square. Here we have plus sign. Q divided by, we have to divide this also by L. L means we have to divide L by throughout the equation. 0 divided by L, L divided by L, Q by C, L. Therefore, the equation will become Q divided by L into C. This expression looks like what is the value of 1 over L into C? The value of 1 over L into C is equal to omega square. That is d square q divided by dt square plus omega naught square into q is equal to 0. In our earlier sessions, we have discussed about electrical resonance concepts. While writing that, we have considered omega naught as angular frequency, that is omega naught square is equal to 1 divided by L into C, or omega naught is equal to 1 over square root of L into C. We can write like this. But this expression looks similar to the simple harmonic equation. This equation is similar to the simple harmonic equation. How it is a simple harmonic motion? If we consider the simple harmonic equation as d square x divided by dt square plus omega naught square x is equal to 0. Actually, this is the expression for simple harmonic motion. D square x by dt square plus omega naught square x is equal to 0 is the expression for simple harmonic motion. This is the midway of our derivation, but what we have to consider is, what we have to do here is, we have to show that both current and discharge are in simple harmonic motion, or those two are oscillatory to each other. For that, we have to consider another part of this one. Once we got this thing, the current and discharge are in oscillatory, we have to show how they are oscillatory. They have oscillatory means the charge has to travel in a sinusoidal format. The charges that is discharging from a capacitor has to move or travel in a sinusoidal manner. For that, we are going to consider those equations. For that, there is no need of all these things. This is a half part of a derivation, and we have to continue by deriving the other part. Now let us look what we have there. If this equation is a simple harmonic motion of a particle's equation, then therefore the charge varies sinusoidally with time. If the charge and current both are oscillatory or simple harmonic with each other, then the charge varies sinusoidally with time. Then what is the expression for charge in a sinusoidal format? That is Q is equal to Q naught sin omega into t plus phi. This is the expression for charge that moves in a sinusoidal format with respect to time. That is Q is equal to Q naught sin omega t plus phi. But initially, before connecting an inductor to the capacitor, the whole charge resides inside a capacitor. That means we have maximum charges that is be kept inside a capacitor. For that, what we have to consider is at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0. Let us assume this as equation 5 and this as equation 6. Let us assume this equation as equation x. Here what we have is Q is equal to Q naught sin omega t plus phi, as the charge varies sinusoidally with respect to time. Once an inductor connected to a capacitor, the charges starts to flow from capacitor to the inductor, while discharging from capacitor to the inductor, the charges vary sinusoidally with respect to time. In this case, before connecting an inductor to the capacitor, then we have time t is equal to 0. There is no losses of charge inside the capacitor. Then we will get maximum charge inside a capacitor. For that, we can substitute the value of Q as Q naught here. When only time t is equal to 0, before conducting an experiment. Now what we can write is Q as Q naught. Q naught is equal to Q naught into sin omega into 0 plus phi. Because we are considering time as 0, here also we have to substitute the value of time as 0. When time t is equal to 0, we have to consider Q as Q naught. Here we have considered Q as Q naught at time t is equal to 0. If we simplifying this equation, what we will get? Q naught gets cancelled. Here only left thing is 1. 1 is equal to sin of phi. Sorry, this expression is not sin. This is actually cos. Q is equal to Q naught cos omega t plus phi. Sorry, here we have to change a thing. This is cos omega t here we should write cos phi, because 0 into omega is 0 only. 0 plus phi is phi. Then we have only thing is 1 is equal to cos into phi. But what is the value of, if we send this cos to the another side of the equation, what we will get is equal to phi is equal to cos inverse of 1. If we send this cos to the another side of the equation, then it will become cos inverse. Cos inverse of 1 is what? The cos inverse of 1 is equal to 0. The value of cos inverse of 1 is equal to 0. Let us assume this as equation 7. Let us assume the equation phi is equal to 0 as 7. If we substitute the value of phi in equation 6, substitute equation 7 in equation 6, what we will get? If we substitute the value of phi as 0 here, then it will be Q is equal to Q naught cos omega t, because the value of phi is equal to 0. The value of cos is equal to 0. Next, what we have to do is, we have to consider this as equation 8. But we know the expression for current, the equation 1. Substitute the value of equation 8 in equation 1. What is equation 1? I is equal to minus dq divided by dt. This is our equation 1. Actually, I have wrote that thing. That's why I have written here. This is equation 1. Equation 2 is equal to E is equal to minus L di divided by dt. Equation 3 is equal to V is equal to Q divided by C. If we substitute the value of Q here, then what we will get? I is equal to, here we have minus symbol, we have to write that as it is, and d divided by dt of Q. Q is nothing but Q naught cos omega t. The value of Q is equal to Q naught cos omega t. If we differentiate the whole equation, with respect to time, what we will get? Here we cannot differentiate Q naught because Q naught is a constant. Therefore, it will be minus Q naught into d by dt of cos omega t. What is the value of cos omega t? Differentiation of cos is sine. Differentiation of cos theta is equal to minus sine theta. Then what we will get? Q naught is equal to differentiation of cos function with respect to time is, that is minus sine omega t into omega. This is cos n into t. Cos n into t is nothing but minus sine n into t into n. That is because of chain rule of a differential equation. Then what it will be? Minus into minus is equal to plus Q naught omega into sine omega t. This is the expression for current. But here I am going to consider this omega into Q naught as I naught. Then the equation will be like I is equal to I naught sine omega into t. I is equal to I naught sine omega into t. That is the expression for current. That is the expression for current in case of a current flowing through a circuit of a capacitor connected to an inductor. This shows that both current and discharging of a charge are in oscillatory and simple harmonic motion to each other. This is the end of the derivation. This may ask for your examination for 3 marks. This may ask in your examination for 3 marks, or maximum you will get 5 marks. More than that, it is not possible, 3 or 5. In our earlier question papers, this derivation hasn't asked anywhere. If there is a probability of asking, they may ask. We don't know how the mentality of a question paper setters. That's why there is a possibility of getting these kind of derivations in your examination. And the only left thing in your alternating current chapter is transformers. What is the meaning of transformers? How they are going to construct, and what is the theory of that, and how they are using, and where we are using, and what are the losses in transformer, that we are going to see in our next session. This is the end of the session of a LC oscillations mathematical expressions, or we can also call that as show that when a capacitor is connected to an inductor of negligible resistance, then the current and discharge are in oscillatory or simple harmonic. This is the derivation which we have derived in this session.